Thanks, John. It's going to be a great weekend. We're going to welcome in our first guest today. Cal Pifer is returning. He's the executive director of the Hagen History Center. And you've got this really cool tour called Sacred Spaces Tour. Tell us a little bit about that.
We're really excited to be bringing this back to the community. The last time we ran it, I think, was 8 or 9 years ago. But we have amazing architecture in Erie. We all know that, and so many beautiful churches, synagogues. We have a former synagogue on the tour. So this is a way to showcase them sort of en masse to the public. So we have 10 different places that will be a part of the tour. There are guides in every location, and it's self-guided, and we set it up that way because we assume that people have been to a handful of these already. So we want people to be able to spend as much time in the places that they haven't and hear the history.
When they're ready.
Talk about some of the churches that are being featured in this tour.
So we have the iconic Russian Orthodox Church on the Bayfront with its beautiful golden onion dome. We group them into the zones. So within close walk or proximity to that church, you have St. Hedwig's, which is in the old Polish neighborhood, all stone, was built by the residents of the neighborhood. And that's what people will see on this tour. It's not just seeing religious structures. It's all these churches anchor the ethnic neighborhood that they were built in. Polish, German, Irish. It's really fascinating.
And this is this Saturday, correct?
It's tomorrow.
So how do you get tickets for this? Do you stop at the History Center first? How does this work if you want to jump in on this?
You just show up at the History Center 10 a.m. The ticket will actually get you into our entire museum for free as well. The tour starts at 11, and again, self-guided. So people can just show up tomorrow, no prior plans, bring the whole family, and guaranteed to be an interesting afternoon.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love this. We just saw John's forecast, 70 degrees and sunny. What a great different opportunity to get outside, walk around maybe some neighborhoods that you haven't often gone into before.
We planned this in the dead of winter for this time with the idea. We said we want people to be able to walk and enjoy it.
So a lot of them are kind of grouped together, so you could park one spot and then hit a bunch and then maybe move your car and go to a different spot and hit some more. You thought this all through.
That's the idea, that we ran it that way previously, and it worked really well, and we had good feedback from that.
What's one of the more surprising tidbits that folks will learn on this tour with one of the churches?
You know, I think that they're going to hear how these churches were just so organic in their construction, often hand-built by their parishioners to finish them in addition to the contractors. I mean, it really tells an amazing story. So you've passed these places, you've seen them, now you can get the inside story.
And it's always so interesting when you take it in how intricate they are, that they were built by parishioners at one time, and how long ago and how that process happened. It's fascinating.
It truly is. We have one of the most historic synagogues that's on the tour that's now a church that's on there as well, so folks will find that interesting, that a little bit of the both faiths and history combined. So I can't imagine someone participates and doesn't learn something at the end of the day.
Yeah, sure. And again, this is happening tomorrow. Again, you can start out at the Hagen History Center, and they'll guide you a little bit from there. But again, a self-guided, a beautiful day tomorrow to go and check out a little local history. Cal, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks so much for having me on.
A great event there. When we come back.